Hey folks, Landstryder here, and you're watching episode 2 of my Modpack preview for Iskandar's Atonement Sins of the Past. So, you notice whoops, did I knock something off the wall? No. You may notice that it didn't say pre-alpha preview. Now it's just a alpha preview. It's now public, so you can get that on the Curse launcher now. So go check it out and give Iskandar some feedback. Be sure and tell him that you heard it on my channel. So, not too much. I haven't really done too much. Just I cleaned out some ores out of the walls down here. And while I was doing that, my tree grew. So I want to cut that down, get that started again. So definitely my room is good enough size to grow the trees. So I'm going to have no problem keeping myself in wood and building materials and such. And it looks like I got some sugar cane ready to go. Get that into this last spot down here now. The rest of it, I just couldn't come down here and pick it up. There we go. Now I'm going to start making some paper pretty soon. I'm going to start doing some research. That'll be excellent. And while I was digging out the ores out of that wall, I found another water pocket, so I routed it over here to this corner of the room. So now I should be able to plant plants anywhere in this room. I'm just waiting for that all those leaves to decay to get another sapling to plant. Hopefully, it'd be nice to have that fast leaf decay mod in this. I think that would be a nice little bonus. But there is something I could do if I had some botania that would help along with that. There's a horn that I could make that would be able to do that, but I can't get into botania until I get another white flower. Kind of need that. It's pretty important. If I could get my hands on some bone meal, and there's some different ways to get bone meal in the pack. One of the things I noticed while I was looking at some NEI stuff, if you click on things, you got, well, of course we got witchery recipes there to get some extra bone meal. If I do manage to get a bone, and I had a witchery oven, which that's way down the line as well. But we look here, we've got some extra NEI features that shows origin of stuff. I'm not sure why it's showing me lapis for bone. Probably because bone is ore dictionary with lapis as dye. But this I found interesting. The dungeon loot chests. If I was to go digging in the world and I managed to find myself a silverfish nest and didn't die, there is a high likelihood, in fact 102% chance that there's going to be some bone in there, and about a 10.2% chance that there would be some bone meal in that chest as well. So if I managed to find a silverfish nest down in the ground somewhere and got that treasure chest, I could probably find some bone meal that way. That was pretty cool. And then I clicked on this, and it shows you mob drops. This is a really cool add-on. I'm not sure which one does this, but it's nice to see the NEI showing you mob drops and the different. So there's different chests. So that's spawner chests. Well, there's a whole bunch of different chests that can actually have bone in them. So if I go searching around and manage to find myself any kind of treasure chest, there's a good likelihood that I get some bone that way. Let me grab a sapling out of here just in case one didn't drop down there, which would be kind of a bummer because I need this to be renewable. Oh, no sapling down here that I can see. Unless one fell in the water. No. And it's still a couple leaves in here to decay. Could break them. I'm pretty sure that if you let them decay on their own, there's a higher likelihood that they will drop a sapling or a apple, which either would be good for me right about now. I need to maintain food. This does not seem to be growing too fast. The wheat over here, it's growing, just not incredibly fast. So that's kind of a bummer that didn't drop another sapling already. And then while I was looking around, I was trying to check out the recipes for clockwork. The clockwork tools, I thought it would be really nice to get one of these. But it seems they all take brass ingots, and frameworks. Frameworks take brass and iron. But brass in this pack, for some reason, is iron and gold. That is totally not correct as far as real life brass goes. I think real life brass is copper and nickel, or copper and tin in some combination. But that's definitely not correct. Or no, actually, sorry. It's copper and zinc is how you make brass. So I don't even think there's zinc in the pack, but there definitely is copper. So I'm kind of sad that it didn't use copper in the recipe somehow. But I decided, well, I've been getting all this copper, and I'm wondering, what can I use the copper for? Well, mainly it's from Electrical Age, and it's mostly for making the Electrical Age wires and parts and stuff like that. Well, it's going to be a while till I can even think about getting into Electrical Age. But it also lets you make armor out of it. So the copper, I could make some copper armor. I can make tools out of it that appear to be equivalent to iron. So I'm going to take all this copper that I got, and I'm going to cook it down and get me ingots for it. It's going to be a long time until I have any method of ore doubling, so I'm not too worried about that. I'm just going to throw it in the furnace, cook it up, and that's going to allow me to make myself a set of copper armor and maybe even a copper tool or two. So that's going to be a benefit when I start to go digging in the ground looking for gold, because gold is what I really need in order to progress. That and some bone meal would be highly helpful at this point as well. So to get some more, if I had the bone meal, I'd get some more Britannia flowers. I'm not sure if there's any other way that I could get those Britannia flowers at this point. I did take a peek outside a little bit ago, and it looks really nasty out there. So if I look out there, yeah, everything is, well, there's a creeper right there. Everything that Taint is spreading, it's starting to get worse out there. Whoa. And, yeah. Yeah, we'll just close that right back up. I don't want that creeping in here. And I got a light out there to light it up. But I thought it would be nice to, eventually I'm going to want to go outside. Eventually. Like, maybe in the far distant future, like when I get some good, well, it's better armor. Maybe when it's daytime, I might peek my head out there a little bit. And I was taking a look at some of the other things in the pack, and we have carpenter's blocks, so that I find that excellent. Oh, I need, at least, there we go. Make some carpenter's blocks, because that I can make a carpenter's door out of. And put right there. Now I can see what's on the other side and what's in the hallway there, just in case something does manage to get in there, spawn in there or something. I don't think that it would. But if something does come down in the hallway, most mobs cannot pass a carpenter's door. So even when it's open, and you cannot get past it, most mobs. There are a few that don't follow that rule, but for the most part, zombies, creepers, and things like that will not be able to get through there, even if I did leave it open. Oh, my wheat's starting to get close to be ready to pick. Okay, so I need to make a mining shaft, or I need to mine. I need to get down in the ground and find some gold. That's like super high on the list of things that you need to do in order to progress. Because to get anywhere in Thaumcraft, you need a thermometer. There it is. Which, wow. Oh, okay. It can use the one. Okay, so and I'm also gonna need to get some shards, obviously. So that's gonna be down on the ground someplace. Some gold, some shards. I have the extra glass or extra sand to make the glass when I can eventually get that. But that's what I need to get in Thaumcraft. And I need to get some bone so that I can turn these extra not so useful flowers that I got, or less useful flowers, like the pink one. I don't need the pink one. I probably don't need the gray one right off the bat. I can turn those into some more floral fertilizer, and then use that to get some flowers and eventually get something going in Britannia. Okay, so yeah, is my copper about ready? Yeah, just about. I think I can make some armor and do that. So get legs, cap, feet, and chest. Ooh, just enough there. And then there's still some more cooking. Yeah, I should be able to get a copper pick as well. So let's see if this gives me how much better absorption this gives me. There, it's going up. It's going up. It's better than a leather. Wow. Well, look at all that. That's pretty decent. That's almost, I imagine that's pretty close to being equivalent to iron. Yes, indeed. That is nice. I like that. So there's my pro tip for the day. Don't save your copper, smelt it up, and make yourself some armor and possibly some tools. Let's see here. If I get a copper pick. Yeah, there we go. That should, yeah, it says the same attack damage, so probably going to do the same kind of mining. I want to use up that last stone pick that I got before I start working with the copper pick. But and one last thing I want to do is make some ladders. Just basically basic vanilla ladders should work for what I want to do. So I'm going to go and do a vertical shaft straight down in order to get some mining done. I should have come down here and checked on those last couple leaves when they decayed. Hopefully, well, they didn't drop anything and have it despawn, because that would be a bummer. So, yeah, that didn't work out very well, because that first tree did not drop a single sapling. So I had to use up one of my extra saplings. I hope that I'll be able to maintain wood, incoming wood. So I'm going to need more sticks than that, I'm pretty sure, because I'll need quite a few ladders. Quite a few indeed. So there we go. That should be enough to at least get me down there pretty far. 32 deep. I'm at 59. It's not quite deep enough, really. I need to go a little deeper than that. Get a little bit more. Oops. I'll save a few sticks. There we go. There we go. 50 deep. I'm at 59. That's perfect. That should get me down deep enough. I gotta be careful not to fall into a cavern or anything like that. What I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start from down here. So actually, I didn't need the. Yeah, that's actually perfect. 50 deep would get me all the way down to bedrock. I'm gonna start down here, and I'm gonna go from right here, I think. And start like this, and I'm just gonna stand in between, do the you know, so that I don't fall down in case I do open a hole. And it's a good idea. It's a real good idea to keep ladders. So in case you do run into trouble, you can get up real quick. Trouble. When I say trouble, I'm talking about silverfish. This is okay because this is limestone. Shouldn't find any silverfish in that, but it will get really dark in here too because of the hardcore darkness. So occasionally you might want to put a torch. Just once in a while, throw a torch into the wall there so that you can actually see as you're going up and down. Okay, continuing down. All right, well, I want to keep digging this shaft, and when I get down to the level that I want to actually start mining on, I will come back. And yeah, unless something crazy happens, I'll keep recording just in case. All right, I'm back just for a moment. I did run into a new type of ore, tungsten. This is an electrical age ore, so I think I should probably be able to get that with a copper pick. Yeah. And some more copper. probably not a bad idea to scoop it up. I didn't get down to the level I want. I'm right around level 30. But I want to grab all this ore. Could be useful. And like I said, whenever I make one of these holes, I tend to backfill it with the cobblestone just to make sure that mobs aren't spawning in the walls and stuff and driving me nuts with their mob noises. And I don't know if I can break this with the stone. Yeah, you can break it with a stone pick, so that's no big deal there. The stone pick is almost done, and then I'm probably start using that copper one, because the copper is pretty common material, so I shouldn't have a problem keeping a copper pick on hand. Alright, continuing on down. You know what? Before I do that, let me check something, because I bet if I look at gold ore, oh, look at that. Perfect. Best Y level is 19. Isn't that perfect? Isn't that nice that it tells me that? So, it can spawn anywhere between, well, not, so I don't want to go all the way down. But yeah, the best Y level is 19. So I want to go down to that level and then do some branch mining. And I'm almost, actually not that far off. I am only 10 away. 10 away. So we're almost there. There goes my stone pick. Alright, again, I will be back if there's anything exciting happens. Well, that's interesting. I went to dig that direction and I opened up right into some lava. I didn't expect the ladder to stop the lava, but it did, so let me get rid of that. Okay, hopefully. Alright, we're good again. So ladder saved me. Well, not gold, but there's something else I needed. Some crystals. Excellent. So there I got one of the parts of the thermometer that I needed. Oh, is that what I think it is? Oh, look at that. I've spotted some gold and some lead. I'll take that too. Alright, can I get this with copper pick? Absolutely can. Sweet. Oh, it's a decent mine, a decent spot of it too. Didn't even have to dig too long to find it. Excellent. Okay. I wonder... probably not going to get any more lucky than that, I bet. That's pretty good. Okay then, now that I've cooked up the gold, I got me some gold ingots. I've cooked up a little bit of glass now. And I've got the earth shards that I found down there. I can go ahead and make a thermometer. Sorry. Thermometer. There we go. Thermometer. But you're probably saying, with Landstryder, you don't got a thermonomicon. How are you going to get a thermonomicon? You don't have enough, paper and, no leather and such, right? Well, a little trick about that in this pack, and any pack that contains Enchirion 2. If I hit I think it's the H key? Yeah, there we go. And I click on the library, I can open my Thermonomicon that way. Look at that. I don't even need one. Don't need to do any of that stuff. It just automatically gives you the books that are within the pack. So I can open my lexicon and my Thermonomicon without actually having one. So, and I think this is actually done on purpose. I think the way Iskandar talked about it, it sounded like it was on purpose. I hope. If not, it's cool. Yeah, if he didn't want you to be able to do this, he wouldn't have put the Enchirion 2 mod in the pack. So, there we go. I can open that, and we can start getting some research done. And you remember you started with the ink and the scribing tools. So I got scribing tools, got my paper, and I can open my Thermonomicon even though I don't have one. So H button and go to Thermonomicon. And of course, right here. I always do the research expertise first. I'm going to walk through one of these researches with you, just this one right here. Oh, well, I'm out of ink. And there's a bunch of things I don't know yet. So I guess that would be something I need to do. I need to go around and start scanning stuff. And I can get a few things scanned right off the bat right here. Nice. Scan a torch, probably. There is some online guides that will tell you exactly what order to scan things in order to not have to do almost no research. Just a little bit of still a little bit of research you got to do. I think I already researched life. I did that in the first episode. That's one of the ones that you typically need to do. How am I gonna get all the aspects? So that's gonna be hard. So dirt. I don't think I can. Yeah, this is gonna be difficult. Grass. Now I should be able to get. There you go. Sapling. I might be able to get a good portion of it. But that's about everything that's in my base here. Got a bunch of stuff up here in the chest I might be able to get something off of. Can I scan that? Yeah, no, I need to understand a bunch of other things first, for sure. Nope. So yeah, I'm gonna craft a few things like trap doors is kind of one of the important ones. And probably need to make some, so you gotta make some trapdoors, some vanilla trapdoors, not carpenters, and that's gonna give you something, the motion. I'm not sure what else I can scan right now. Sticks. Maybe. Nope, not yet. Paper is probably going to tell me that I need to understand man. Yeah, I don't understand man yet. Maybe I can get that off of leather? Can I get anything off of leather yet? Nope. So yeah, I'm just going to do some scanning and try to unlock some aspects. I might have to do more research than I would typically like to do. I definitely need coal. There we go. There's the 2 aspects magic. I should be able to get this now, no? No, not yet. What else do I have that's magic? The iron wand. Does that count towards magic? Nope. Can't scan it yet. I'm missing something. Anyway, like I said, I'm going to do a bunch of scanning and try to unlock a bunch of stuff. I might have to, like I said, I might have to do some of it in the research table if I'm trying to avoid going outside. I'm always trying to avoid going outside. So, yeah. Back when I'm ready to do some... Well, nope. I haven't unlocked those yet. So back when I'm ready to do some actual research. Alright, I got quite a bit researched. I had to do some of it in the table. And then before I could scan some of the rest of the things that I had here. But I got a decent amount of research points in just about every, most of the aspects unlocked. You can see that now I can see what aspects go into this. I'll be able to do that. But first, I just cut down another tree downstairs, and I am so sad because that one did not give me any saplings either. No saplings. So that's 2 trees, 2 underground trees with no saplings. I don't know if it's the fact that it's underground or the light level. I'm starting to get a little concerned about it. But so if this one doesn't give me any saplings, I am going to be forced back outside in order to get some wood at some point. Either that or, that's the only other option. I don't got no saplings other than that last one right there. So if it doesn't drop any saplings once it grows and I cut it down, then I am gonna be up a creek with no paddle. Okay, so just gonna get this finished up, and then we are gonna wrap this up, I think. So got a little start into Thaumcraft, and like I said, I'm not gonna do all the research on camera. There's plenty of people that can show you how to do the research. This one's a little bit of a challenge, the very first one here, because you can't see what things go into it. So in order to check that, you have to open up your Thaumonomicon and look at the aspects in here. So somewhere back here, I know that incognito is fire in Spiritus. And I know that Sensus is air in Spiritus. So I could link them with Spiritus, but something else I could actually link them with is I could go air here, right? This was fire, right? And Lux can go right there. And then this is going to be the difficult part now, since Ordo doesn't really go into Lux, not directly anyway. So Lux is fire and air. So something that combines with Ordo. Let's see here. Something that combines with Ordo that can either go into fire and air, or air, basically, is what I need to come up with. Okay, so you gotta get used to pressing that H key in order to open that book. Back in here, something to combine with, well, air. There's air there. I don't think Ordo would fix into that. Nope. What I could do, well, that's Terra. It's the other thing for Vitris. Right there, where's the Vitris? Ordo and Terra. That doesn't help. Ordo. Well, let me see. Mortis? I don't know if that's air and Ordo. Actually, wow. Actually, that's kind of perfect. Mortis. Air and Ordo. Where'd it go? I'm pretty sure I have some of this. Ah, I don't. Air and Ordo, but I can combine it and make a bit of it. So there we go, like that. And then I can just use up one more air. Maybe a little wasteful. There might have been a more perfect way to do that. I'm not sure, but there we go. Now I get the research notes and use those research notes. Like I said, that's always the one I recommend getting first, because now I don't gotta go back and open that book every time. I can just hover over it and it shows me what it's made out of. So it's gonna make the rest of my research so much easier, because I don't have to keep opening my Thaumonomicon to check what's this made out of, what's that made out of. So there we go. Super, probably the most important one to do first. And I'm pretty happy with my progress here. Relative safe, but still relatively safe. Like, the only thing that's gonna cause me a problem is if I don't get a sapling from this tree when it grows. And then at that point, I'll have to either be very extremely careful about not running out of wood until I'm well equipped, well armored, or I'll have to wander outside and try to get some saplings from someplace. And obviously I'm not going to do that at nighttime, but might be able to survive in the daytime if I can, especially if I can get some magic weaponry made, maybe something better. I checked the copper. I checked to see if maybe a copper sword would be better than the stone sword, but it's only +1 more attack. Didn't seem like that'd be worth making, at least not while I still have a stone sword. Not much I haven't had to fight too much yet. I'm sure that once I start running into silverfish and things like that, that will change. But anyway, I think that's where I'm going to wrap this up. Like I said, got into Thaumcraft. Pro tip, use your copper. And I think that's about it. So hope you guys like this as much as I enjoyed making it. Be sure to leave a like, comment, a thumbs up, and all that stuff. Until next time, I will catch you later.